Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes.
You are too kind, Lord Dragan.
And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
Lady Frederica,
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity in kind.
no apologies are needed. I am happy to meet your approval.
Thank you, my lord.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellan blood are looked down upon in Esfrost, even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine. Gustadolf's full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them. They cruelly bully the girl endlessly, regardless of time or place.
Is this...
True, of course it is. I know Frederica's suffering all too well. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters. But no more! I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds. And so I did my due research at the archives, that my grand invention shall blast our way forward.
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations, brought by traders from the realm over. Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, to not partake would be an affront to our newfound allies.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony to usher in a new age of harmony and prosperity. I am too young to have known the wars, so I see our three nations joining hands more as a matter of expedience. But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
It will benefit all nations involved. I see nothing wrong with that.
Indeed. I didn't know you had such a mercantile mind, Serenoa.
Coin drives the hearts of men and nations alike. I suspect all parties wouldn't be so eager to join hands if not for the promise of profit. And when we're all able to fill our coffers, perhaps we can finally let go of old grudges.
A sensible perspective. I didn't know you had such a practical mind. In any event, it is always good to have another perspective on matters. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe we're on the cusp of a great achievement. As always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Old shoulders are frail, old minds stubborn. Whatever lies in our future, Those who make it will mark their names in history. And mine will be written large for all to see! And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at the mines once operations are underway, and I shall...
Dragan, are you quite all right?
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy. Perhaps I should just lie.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and true-born siblings.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces. But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gazes to the future. Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do what I can.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of each other's burdens.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my... Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well. We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume his prattle.
Benedict. I thought I might find you here.
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors. As do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those.
My lord, I will call for a healer at once.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not. You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you. For our house, pray heed this old man's final order.
Certainly. I will live to serve your son until I breathe my last.
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy is in good hands. My old dear friend, long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
My beloved son, Serenoa, will oversee the matters of our house from this day forward. I expect you to serve him as dutifully as you served me.
Of course, Lord Simone.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty to House Wolfwood.
My son, listen well. The Lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
Yes, Father. I shall keep those words close to my heart. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience. As Lord of House Wolffort, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance from those more traveled than I. For my house and my people, I trust I can rely on you.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say you are more than ready to receive this.
The Scales of Conviction, a holy relic, said to be blessed by the deities of old.
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. From this day on, I entrust it to you. However, it is of little use without these.
Coins. 7 of them.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls ahead. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always shall be.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
Very good. Now do your duty, my son.
We await your orders, my lord.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the first of many joyous occasions ahead of us.
And so the stewardship of House Wolffort passes from father to son. Lord Simon Wolffort, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young Serenoa. With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon, the Wolfforts set forth to the Crown City. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolffort sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to show his worthiness.
So Lord Simon will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually. What wisdom has your father bestowed upon you?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Serenoa of House Wolffort, the crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, Your Majesty. I shall not disappoint.
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself? I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would shame me. You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Dragan, you forget yourself.
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must braid each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words, sister. Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolffort?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Serenoa Wolffort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Those two, they were...
Phallus and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf. And my half-siblings.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for the sake of our grand endeavor.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian Mines have commenced in earnest.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzant's Sultan capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed. It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. We owe a debt of gratitude for all who have supported this grand venture. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor bear fruit. And House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be forever remembered by history. Let us raise our cups and toast to their health and happiness.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Lord Serenoa's smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eredor. We have a job to do here, and the day has only begun.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin. Step forward, Sir Maxwell.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known defeat.
I would take the measure of this man.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much more entertaining event than my endless speeches.
Hear, hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell, the champion of our previous challenge? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then, help yourselves to our hospitality and our wine.
Eat, drink, and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
Our time is nigh, Serenoa. Ah, but I forget myself. Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. But living up to the title will be no easy task.
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure. Unlike some of us.
Have more faith in yourself, my friend. After all, you too shoulder the future of the kingdom.
I wonder if Glenbrook will truly flourish thanks to anything I do.
Of course it will. It already has. Besides, House Wolfort is at your back.
My apologies. And thank you. I shall strive to be worthy of your support.
You two are quite the pair, aren't you?
Fast friends from the day we met. And you are?
Apologies for not introducing you sooner. This is Huette of the Kingsguard.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems to resent it. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, Lord Wolfort.
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about you. I can see he is in good hands.
I shall see that it is so, my lord.
Now let us begin our preparations. Today we take the field, and today
we claim victory.
The combatants have arrived, and the stage has been set. Let us introduce the champions who will fight for the glory of their nations. Fighting for the honor of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, General Avlora. Fighting for the honor of the Holy State of Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshall. Fighting for the honor of the Kingdom of Glenbrook, House Wolfort. And last but not least, the victor of our previous tourney, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear!
Hurrah! Hurrah! The Wolfort Lordling is here in his father's stead, I see.
Lord Simone's heroics on the battlefield are the stuff of legend. A pity I couldn't match swords with him today.
You will match swords with me. I promise to make it every bit as exhilarating as Father would.
You have his spirit, if nothing else.
Indeed. I look forward to crossing swords with you.
The combatants have assembled. Now, let the battles begin! I shall announce our first pairing as chosen by lots. Minister Exham and Lord Wolfort, make ready for combat!
Be gentle, my lords. I'm not as strapping as once I was.
I expect no quarter from you, Prince Roland, nor from you, Lord Serenoa. Show us the swordplay your house is so famous for.
They're two of Hyzant's most famed generals. We'll have no room for mistakes.
Then we shall make none. Now, let us show the realm the mettle of the new generation.
For honor and glory!
To think they'd get the better of us!
Your father taught you well. You wield that greatsword with skill beyond your years. Well fought. The day is yours.
Victory goes to House Wolfort! Our next bout shall be between General Avlora and Sir Maxwell. May glory go to the victor.
Stand back. This one is mine.
Very well. I accept your challenge. Whoever taught you, they taught you well. Though something tells me you surpassed your teacher long ago. Your defense is formidable.
As is yours. I yield.
Victory goes to Sir Maxwell!
My hand. I can't feel it. So that was General of Laura. I pray never to meet her on the battlefield. There will be no quarter given today, young lord of House Wolffort.
I would expect nothing less. Huh? Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. And none the worse for wear, considering the blow you took from Sir Maxwell.
He was too strong for us in the end.
Today, yes. But let us keep at our training. One day, the students will surpass their master.
Let us work hard for that day, my friend.
Serenoa and his stalwart allies prove their mettle against the realm's fiercest warriors before finally facing Sir Maxwell, victor of the previous tourney. After a hard-fought match, the Dawnspear emerges victorious once more. Though beaten in the end, Serenoa's courageous display impresses itself upon all in attendance. Any doubts concerning House Wolffort's martial might are put to rest. Thus marks an end to the tourney and the festivities as a whole. With the spirit of harmony in their hearts, the delegates of each nation make preparations for their return voyages.
Seeing our honored guests off shall be your last lordly duty this day. Now, I remind you.
It is not to be taken lightly. Worry not, Benedict. They shall be sent off with all the pomp they deserve.
You take to your new role well, Lord Serenoa. As I must now take to my own. Pray, visit me at the mines whenever you have the time.
Farewell, Frederica. May we never meet again.
Thank you for such a productive use of our valuable time. I do so love interminable speeches and watching brutes play at war. Truly, the spirit of Glenbrook was on display for all to see. Oh, but I should watch my tongue. Wouldn't want her to go whimpering to brother.
Pay my fool cousin no mind. We have work to do. Work more important than any he could hope to be trusted with.
I apologize for those two. This was a fruitful day for all in attendance.
I am glad to hear you say so, General of Laura.
I can't believe we lost. I thought you were supposed to be one of Hyzant's greatest warriors.
Our foe was a worthy one. It would be an honor to cross blades again someday.
Thank you for your hospitality. Please give my regards to Lord Simone.
Of course, Minister.
It would seem everyone is gathered. You'll find your boats are laden with a bounty of Glenbrook's finest wares and victuals. King Regna asks that you eat and drink your fill, and toast to our three nations' newfound alliance.
More of that swill you call wine? I suppose I could force myself to partake.
Your king honors us with his generosity. We shall present these as offerings to the goddess of salt. The Hierophant, too, will no doubt be overjoyed.
Lord Wolford, I bring a message from King Regna. He would have you join our guests on their return voyage to serve as their envoy.
This is a great honor, my lord. You would represent our nation and speak with the king's voice.
If it is His Majesty's wish, it is a duty I will gladly accept. But there are 2 vessels and only one of me. Did King Regna say which of our honored guests I should accompany?
He would leave that decision to you, Lord Wolford.
Lord Falks, as representative of another of Glenbrook's high houses, will board the ship you do not.
And why was House Tellior not given this honor? Last I knew, our kingdom had 3 high houses, not 2.
Mere fact that you whimper those words before us is answer enough. Good show at the tourney, Lord Serenoa. You truly are your father's son. The king has seen fit to leave this decision in your hands, and I shall not gainsay his wisdom.
A lord must be worldly as well as wise. I trust you will conduct yourself as befits the lord of a high house.
Thank you, Sir Maxwell, Lord Falks.
The king has entrusted this decision to you, my lord. I suppose you have an idea as to why.
He means to test my judgment. He is waiting to see which I choose and for what reason.
Indeed. We are friendly with both nations now, so neither choice will earn his ire. That said, there is no telling how these relations may change going forward. No doubt, the choice you make will have an effect on our own house's relationship with the nation you choose.
I understand. This requires careful consideration. Benedict, gather the others. I would hear their opinions on the matter. Then we shall consult the scales of conviction.
At once, my lord. It seems your first test as lord has come. 'Tis no small matter either.
Indeed, but I needn't face it alone. I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why. State your case before the scales of conviction. Then we shall decide our destination.
We take a vote and the consensus determines our action. Is that it?
That is correct. So long as my allies walk by my side, their opinions carry equal weight to mine. Such is the way of House Wolford. As Lord, I shall bear the weight of consequence for the Scales' decision, whatsoever they may be.
You are more serious than usual, my friend.
He understands what it means to be lord of his house.
Well, I hope you have room for a stowaway, because I'm going to. In secret, of course. I trust the new Lord Wolford will handle the ponderous negotiations and diplomacy with grace.
Your Highness, you cannot be...
You may stay ashore if you wish, Huet.
You know I cannot allow that. If you insist on going, then I shall attend you.
Well then, it would seem the matter is settled.
There is exactly one coin for each of us.
It seems fate has conspired to bring balance to our proceedings. How curious.
Curious? I see it as a sign that the heavens approve of my joining you.
You are ever the optimist, my friend.
Shall we proceed, my lord? One coin, one vote.
Very well. I would hear each of your thoughts on the matter in turn. Then you shall place your coin upon the scales of conviction and illuminate the road ahead.
Serenoa. And? I see.
Lord Serenoa, hello. Possibly. My mind is made up.
Lord Serenoa. Certainly not. I am decided.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we journey to the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, or the holy state of Hyzant? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Forgive me, my lord.
I am so sorry.
I have no qualms with that.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We journey to Esfrost. We have decided. We set sail for Esfrost. Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Archduke, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Archduke Gustadolf will be pleased that you chose to honor our nation with a visit. I'm sure he is eager to get to know his new brother-in-law as well.
The feeling is mutual, I assure you.
Does this mean she is coming back too? I feel myself getting sick already.
That swill they call wine will taste even more vile now, I fear.
My lady, are you sure you wouldn't prefer to stay at Castle Wolffort?
Nonsense. I am coming with you.